The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, December 3rd, tease that Wyatt Spencer Scott Clifton will be left reeling after Sally Spectra's Courtney Hope slip of the tongue. In fact, Wyatt may even question if Sally really wants to marry him at all, per she knows soaps. Hover over the keyword to read more about the topic without leaving this page. It seems as if Sally doesn't call out Thomas Forrester's Matthew Atkinson name during an intimate discussion with Wyatt. In fact, she will misspeak and call Wyatt Liam instead. Of course, the utterance will leave Wyatt disillusioned about a future with the redhead. Longtime B&B fans will remember that at one stage it seemed as if Sally was falling in love with Liam Spencer Scott Clifton, who was championing her Spectra Fashions cause. In fact, Sally and Liam shared a kiss when they thought that they were going to die when Bill Spencer Don Diamond blew up the building. All these thoughts will be running through Wyatt's head when Sally accidentally calls him Liam while they discuss their wedding plans. Wyatt will be stunned and ask his bride to be some hard questions. It seems as if Wyatt wants to know if the misspeak was a Freudian slip of the tongue or if it was a genuine mistake. Video player is loading. Wyatt will interrogate the redhead, and it seems as if she will capitulate that at one stage she had feelings for Liam. She will admit to liking Liam but will also insist that those feelings are in the past. Sally will try to convince Wyatt that he is her everything and that she only wants a future with him. However, Wyatt will feel very threatened. This is not the first, nor even the second time, that the woman has the hots for his brother. Wyatt will insist on clarifying the issue and may even doubt if they should be getting married at all. The latest soap opera spoilers then hint that Sally will tell Wyatt that there's nothing between her and Liam. The redhead wants to get married as soon as possible. She will then suggest that they fly to Vegas that same afternoon and tie the knot. But Wyatt won't bite. He will reject Sally's plan to elope, as reported by the Inquisitor. Wyatt already lost both Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McInnes Wood, and Hope Logan, Annika Noel, to Liam. The last thing that he wants is for Sally to also pine after his brother while married to him. It seems as if Wyatt has some hard thinking to do about his future. Bold and the Beautiful fans were not surprised to see a previously aired episode of the show come on television during Thanksgiving. The entire family might be gathered around the table to celebrate, but CBS isn't taking any chances with things. They are in the know when it comes to what is important and what is not, and they know there is nothing more important than spending time with loved ones around the table on this day of thanks. We got to see a previously aired episode, which was fine. But, we also got to see things unfold in a different manner around our own tables, and that was nice, too. On that note, we just want to take a moment to remind you that there will also be no new show today, and that we want to discuss a few things that happened this week. First and foremost, we are not shocked Liam is shocked. To know that Hope could do something so awful and so terrible and so bad to a man whom she was once close to is a bit too much for him. To know that she would go so far as to let a man die and then lie about it, even if it later turned out he did not die and things were just fine, shows him a new side of the woman that he married so long ago. She's a woman who is a lot more like her mother than maybe he is comfortable with, and we get that. She's not the same girl anymore, and she went to some great lengths to take a child that is not her own child, and she's essentially doing the same thing to this family as was done to their own when the baby was taken from them. Sure, maybe the circumstances are a little bit different, but you get the gist of what we are saying. Furthermore, we know that Ridge and Brooke decided that their marriage was no longer working for them, and they'd like to go their own separate ways. They've decided that there is nothing better for them than a fresh start without one another, and we could not agree more. They are a mess, and they don't even need to spend this much time together ever again. They have more to live for than the messes they create in one another's lives, and we get that. But, now that they have agreed it's time to end things, or rather, now that Ridge has decided he is done and he's not living this life anymore, we know that Shauna is feeling pretty good about herself. Ridge needs some time. He just left his wife, but he did share a kiss with Shauna, and he's ready to move on. He needs time, though, and she will not give that to him. She's going to play this game the right way so that he falls long and hard for her, since she wants to live the kind of life that he can give her. She is not looking to live a boring life in a basic community ever again. She's gotten a taste of what it's like to be a forester, and she's looking to make that part of her own life for some time. She likes the wealth. She likes the power. She likes the house. She likes it all, and she is looking to spend as much of her time as she possibly can living that best life of her own right here. She won't give him the time he needs, and he won't take it, and we can rest assured that Brooke will not like anything that is going on. She might not be with him anymore, but she doesn't want to see Shauna with him, and we can bet that we are about to see her do anything and everything she can to make sure this doesn't happen or go any further. She's a mess, but she's one who likes to get what she wants in her life. We can see her making this a bigger thing than it really is as the time goes on. Bold and the Beautiful fans have been wondering where to find Flo. She is a woman who did a few horrible things while she showed up in town, and then she bailed, and fans are wondering if she will return. Did she realize she was no longer wanted around here? Did she realize that she was a woman who didn't have much else to bring to the table? Was she too crushed by losing Wyatt to Sally that she couldn't stand to be around here anymore? We know you don't know, but we know you want to know. We know, and we thought we might share with you where she is, what she's up to, and whether she will make a return to the show for you to see. Katrina Bowden is the woman who plays Flo on the show. She came into the LA area at the beginning of the year, pregnant and looking to hide from her mother and start fresh somewhere else. She allowed Reese to talk her into kidnapping Hope and Liam's baby and pretending it was her baby so he could adopt the baby privately to Steffi for hundreds of thousands of dollars. The baby situation was a mess, and it was all as bad as you could imagine. She knew the truth, and then she went and got herself involved with the family by getting involved with her old high school boyfriend, Wyatt, whom she stole from Sally. She wanted to tell the truth, but she never did. Then someone else did tell the truth many months later, and she lost it all. It's easy to assume she was horrified and crushed and embarrassed and just left town, but she did not. She is on a break, but only for 6.5 weeks. She happens to be in Brisbane, Australia, at the moment. She's filming a movie that is based on a true story. She's currently in the middle of filming Great White along the coast. She's playing the character Kaz Fellows, who is a sea pilot. She's meant to fly a small chartered plane to the Hells Reef area in Australia with another pilot and a few passengers when everything goes wrong. It's based on a true story, and it should be pretty good. Her role involves the plane going down, falling apart during a freak accident, and leaving the passengers on a small raft nearly 100 miles from the coast of Australia. They have to get to a small beach nearby if they hope to live through this situation at all, but there are two great white sharks lurking close to the shoreline trying to keep them from getting to the beach, and they cannot make it happen. The sharks know that they are there, that they are prey, and they are not letting them get too far away. The movie is being filmed now, and it's set to release sometime in 2021. Fear not, though, fans. She will be back. When she is done filming this movie, she will come home from Australia and resume her role as Flo on Bold and the Beautiful. She might come home just in time to make sure someone doesn't get married. She might come home to find out her mother was involved in the end of a marriage. She might come home to find out that she needs to break up a marriage of her own to make sure she gets what she wants. She might come home and want to become a horrible person. We just don't know what she might come home and do, but we do know that she is coming home, she is making changes, and she is doing all the things. She's going to be back sooner rather than later, but you might not see her again for a few weeks. That's all we can say about that. She's made a statement about how excited she is to be part of this movie, how good it will be for her, and how much she loves a good shark movie since her time watching Jaws as a child. She's excited, and we think she will bring that to the screen. Sadly, Anne did die that following week, and Stephanie 3 years later leave it to the Douglases to make exits during November sweeps. The only one of the trio we've got left is Pam, and she is tragically underused, even though she's been with Charlie for 6 years. It's already been 12 months since they postponed their wedding plans because Quinn was being a brat. And please, enough with the lemon bars, okay? That leaves Sandy Summers getting implanted with Nick and Bridget's embryo. Wait, who? I won't blame you if you don't remember that story, Scoopers. Unfortunately, it ended up being Bridget Forrester's last big one. So, Bridget got the big one from Owen, and soon came baby Logan Knight, who's supposedly growing up in New York. Logan would be 9 in real time. Which means at least 21 in soap time.